Hey guys, it's me again. This is another vlog, a little different than last time. Currently, looking to explore options in what I could possibly accomplish with certain dispositions. I was a gig worker probably last you saw my video, and now not so much. I have to wait for a claim. Had a TIFL, and so it's going to change what I do on the regular. Um, I'm exploring my options, kind of killing some time, figuring out how to do this videography thing. Maybe it's a good change of pace. Looking to eventually get back into the workforce temporarily until I'm able to get my vehicle back in operation, so I'm able to continue doing the job that seems to be working. Like, it's okay. I'm not exactly 100% happy about it. I'm looking for a longer term career, but at the same time, just gotta take what you can get. And if it's the best option for you, then you just kind of have to play with whatever you got available to you at the time. And it kind of brings up the idea of like, what can you do on a regular to better your situation? Because currently, when you think short term, you really only get short term results, and they aren't very effective. Sometimes it's best to like think about long-term goals, like certain things like sales and things that can be accumulative and actually really pay you out well, instead of like short-term, like, okay, I'm going to work this amount of hours, I'm going to get this amount of dollars. That's really linear, and it's not very good for growth long-term. So it's always good to be able to see what's available to you. Just get around online. You can do a lot of things with lots of different resources online, and like there's all these different sales programs. You can always get people excited or involved about certain products, and then sell them a service, and you're selling your service because people actually want to listen to you. So then you're actually able to get some gravity, and there's infinite amounts of resources out there, and if you really put yourself into it, you can start like small and just kind of build up. How to actually get through and start in building the initial launch, and how to actually get that momentum building. I mean, it's basically just partnering with existing businesses, and you have to figure out what business or what you want to do, whether you want to be art driven, if you want to be service driven, because mission-based sales, there's lots of people out there willing to do that. And it's been always my challenge to try and get my grounding on how to build that base. And so this is kind of my outlook. Like, I'm here now talking to you guys, trying to figure out, exploring how I'm going to do this. So I will kind of show you. Well, I need to figure out how to record my screen. There's a couple of little things that I'm working with, but let's see. I don't know if I can change my video mid-term, but I'll show you. So I'm working with ChatGPT, and I'm also working with my YouTube channel. So there's a thing in transcripts, right? So I just learned you can very easily get a transcript. It has a process, and once it's processed, it will give you a rough caption on what was said in the video in a textual form. Now that's a great tool, because now you can take that and you can run that, process that through ChatGPT, fix any type of grammatical errors, and then send it back into YouTube, and then boom, you got yourself like a pretty crisp looking caption, which is very important in videography. I know that's exceptionally important, because when you don't, a lot of English speaking people can't actually speak English or understand it. It's kind of like it's like people with second languages. Like, they're going to just have a harder time understanding and interpreting exactly what you're saying and doing. So it's just so much better when you have a transcript, which is why I'm putting more emphasis on just trying to dial in the quality content. I'd rather just start than just not start at all. So this is my attempt to get started with this. And it's a little intimidating, writing every day. with the possibility that I might run out of money, but I'm just going to have to give it to the universe. I'm going to trust in the universe. This is going to be okay. My life is going to get better. And not focus on the issues, because when you ever focus on the issues, you just gotta get more issues. No one likes that. So I'm just waiting for this stupid thing to process, and once I get through that, I'll get through it. I am so fond of artificial intelligence, all the different forms. I need to start trying to use some Bard, Gemini. I've been really interested in that last AI that just came out, trying to figure out how I can use it. I don't know if it's subscription based or what it is. I haven't really even dove into it. I have my ChatGPT. If you get bombarded with, if you get too many damn subscriptions, you won't be able to do nothing at all, because it's all cost. It costs you monthly, and that's kind of like how people make money right now. If I was going to do business and sales, that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm going to try and get you to subscribe to something, because I get paid monthly, and it's consistent rate, and it's somewhat predictable, which is super important for my well-being, because you know what? If I want to eat tomorrow, I definitely would like to know that I had a couple of you suckers out there eating my subscription, which is good, but is also beneficial to you, because I'm going to enlighten you and sell you on goods and services that might actually benefit your life. Like, for instance, I've been thinking about doing some stuff with health and wellness. You have to find your niche, and once you find your niche, then you can start putting stuff out there in the universe and see what happens. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go about that transition, because it's really hard going from a linear mindset of you're going to be doing this every day, and this is your task, this is your assigned task, and then end result, you have income. And it's like, okay, well, I'm an honest man, honest, dirty hands mean clean work, that's usually integrity and everything. Yeah, people that actually do work, yeah, they have clean hands. People that sit at the computer and just get things done or orchestrate it, that's also important. But the person that went out and was in the elements, he's just choosing a more difficult life, and those people are going to be very valued in the future. I'm trying to consider whether I'm going to go into this thing with working with technologies and trying to figure out what I need to do long term, or B, I'm going to just get my hands dirty and do the honest work. I'd prefer not doing the honest work. Well, I don't mind, honestly. I really do not mind. I like hard work. I get a certain level of satisfaction, but it's hard to get your foot in the door, because usually people want experience. And I can tailor most of my stuff with artificial intelligence for knowing what to do. I'm just looking here at what I got put into Bard, and I know there's Bard Gemini, so I'm just curious about what this is. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's I think what does ChatGPT stand for? What does it mean? It means, generative pre-training transformer. So, AI and a thing, but, we really got to consider that generative pre-training transformer. And prompt design is incredibly important to be able to get results. I need to bounce between both GPT and Bard and see which one I like better. I know I can also use a couple of others that are out there, one, Claude. I could definitely use Claude since I'm a United States citizen, and it's a resource I can utilize. Super convenient, and all these different models are super helpful to be networking with. They can answer almost every question, and they can just help you, guide you through. They're like Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings. It's just going to help you along the way. And so, but the important thing to understand about working with AI and stuff is what's the information you give it, and what are the instructions you give it. Because in prompt engineering, you really have to consider a lot of things, like who are they? Who are they representing? What is their perspective? And what is your standpoint, like certain points of view that you might have, demographic, like who are you, and like what's your stance on some of these things. So you have to define who you are, you have to define who it is, and then you have to define all the details and kind of the results you want, the formatting that you want to have the end results. So for instance, and I'll use this as an example. I'm just going to put you right here because it seems like you'll be working. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. Yeah, I'm going to put you up on it so maybe you can hear my microphone a little better, because I do care about audio quality. I think it's super important for video content. I think that's just as important as anything else. So let's just go in here and dive into it. So prompt engineering. Let's see here. Create. Let's just do this. So create. No, actually, let's define who they are. So you are a project manager of experience of 30 years. And you are, this is what I was actually working on before I accidentally screwed up. So I'm just going to switch it up from ChatGPT and go to Bard, just to see the different results. It might be interesting. You're a project manager of 30 years. You are given the task to develop oh my goodness, I just threw everything everywhere. I hate that. Sometimes you gotta watch your controls on what you're doing. Okay, well, there we go. All right, sweet. You're here to develop a schedule, blog post in the form of a table. Let's just go 7 by I don't want to do it month by month. I want to do month by month of 4. We'll just do 16, and so that'll be the next a 7 by 16 table with different content ideas within each, just to bring up ideas, just to be able to get conversation going. The content should be either informative or controversial, to gather a following, a rapid following, and express the blogger's personality to the audience. And so when we go about this, I'm just trying to prompt engineer here, and we can always run this prompt through another prompt engineer. That's the beauty of AI. You can keep reprocessing until you get some really effective results, which really ultimately can make a huge difference. The way that you interact with the different models, and you bounce between different models, so it's not like getting the same idea. That's where you get the creativity, is where you get it to ask you questions. And so I'm going to also add that into my prompt here. I'm going to say ask me 7, and we'll just say 7 questions for an idea where to start with a videography launch. Alright, let's see what happens. We'll just see. I mean, I'm used to GPT, and it has this thing just the same. Interesting. What is your why? Alright, so this is what it came up with. It's going to send me. So what's your why? Who are you preaching to? Controversial, cozy, content buff, signature dish, technical talk, emotional roller coaster, behind the scenes, published perfection, or published to perfection, and community spotlight solo show. I'm just trying to get involved. Okay, I'm just trying to get. So what's your why? My why. My why. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to give it some feedback. So now it's giving you questions. Now you have to answer. My why. This is a showcasing technical skills or sharing creative vision, building a community around videography. Knowing your driving force will shape your voice and target audience. Okay, so you see, I'm trying to show off my technical skills. Technical skills while sharing my creative insight to thought in development. Alright, great. And then let's see here. Knowing your driving force shaping your audience. Well, honestly, it just really depends on other people that might have similar interests to me. Usually that's how you bond with people. You bond with people based on some interest. So we will define our audience as the project. How would you say you define your project as your project as a project builds? We'll just say that. All right, cool. And then shift click bop ink. And who am I preaching to? I'm going to say mostly young. I would like to cater to young entrepreneurship type individuals. Mindsets. Because I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and try and preach to people that don't want to learn anything. Because most people, I'm humbled by this AI entrepreneur. Man, that's a hard one. Entrepreneur. That's the one thing that's really hard for me. Is I'm like slightly. Fun fact, I'm dyslexic, so I have to work extra hard on trying to get entrepreneur. Yeah. I usually like to just speak to my thing. And, sometimes it's really difficult because I do need, I'm technologically dependent. So that means I have to use technology to basically help me in almost everything. Which, it wouldn't be great, but I can just Google this real quick and get my answer. I need another phone just so I can do work and do video at the same time because I can't do both technically right now, so you just got to deal with me. And that's okay. Doctors, they can't write good. They don't write good because they're not focusing on writing good. They're trying to focus on their medical study, and so that's probably why they don't do that well. And ambitious to learn and develop themselves, or even break through the paradigm, the human paradigm of what work is, or what work should be. Because I got a lot of next level things. I disagree with some of our traditional mindsets. That says controversial because I got a lot of things. Like here I say, the traditional educational thing that we got going on right now with how schools are set up, not gonna work. we are kind of failing in terms of like our ability to keep up with what is really going to be required in the future. If we want to maintain America, if I was speaking on America's behalf, if we want to maintain our dominance in the world, we got to start really working on our people. And our people are somewhat creative. Some of them, there's a big, huge giant gap on like who's able to actually get shit done, who's not. And it's nice to be able to break free and get this stuff going. And meanwhile, I'm still trying to wait for my stupid transcript to keep going, because this is just a side project because it said it was going to take an hour to get going. So I'm wanting to see where I'm at right now. You know, I'm learning how to do all this stuff because I haven't ever done it. Well, I got 4 views. That's amazing. 35 minutes away. We're just gonna delete this one. How do I delete? Delete. Settings. How do I delete? Oh. Great. Now I figured out how to get my transcript. I think it figured it out for me. So this is the one I actually want to keep. Okay, I'm going to copy this, go back to GPT. See, I'm a little ADD too. But whatever. You know, bop. I hope GPT can keep this all going. Yeah, great. See, pink. Don't. That. So, yeah. I take this. So yeah, I'm just trying to see what was the most effective routine to be able to get this thing going, because at times it can get a little bit difficult to make sure you make things actively professional. I'm trying to work with, the reason I got a transcript is I'm bringing it back to ChatGPT, analyzing this transcript, analyze this transcript, and analyze this transcript and make suggestions, and make 20, you need to specify, so 20 suggestions on tags for more outreach. Bop. Cool. So now it gives me a whole bunch of these things. I can just take these, copy this, boom, and I go over here to edit the video again, and I'm going to put this. I'm going to generate a description based on my transcript. I'm also going to generate, like if you go to show more, I mean, I wish I could be showing you my screen at the same time while I'm doing this, but I'm adding these tags into YouTube right here. So what I do is I have to come over here, copy and paste a bunch of shit, but it's okay. We'll get these going on. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. But yeah, we're like so far behind on everything, like to our jobs, to like what's required as being a person now, like what makes you an effective person in society is way different than what was in the past. Like, you know, before you just have a job, you run a business, you'd come to my shop, you'd see some really cool stuff I built, and that'd be it. But you know what? We outsource everything now, and you basically just, everyone's just like trying to reap other people's rewards instead of actually creating stuff on their own. And I totally understand that. but it makes it very difficult. You know, how to like get through all that and navigate that in a way that makes sense. We're at the equilibrium now, so at any point in time, technology is going to be faster than we are. And you know, we don't like, okay, you know, and all these people get all freaked out about AI. I think so stupid, like it's so dumb. No, um, you know, like how do I describe it? You know, like the value in people, like obviously translates to a dollar amount in most people's minds, but you know, building effective relationships, knowing how to navigate things, get the most people um, involved, and get positive results out of them, super important. All right, so I got all those done, and now I'm gonna post it, save. We're gonna see upload thumbnail. The thumbnail is that beginning part right here. How do I get this? I just wanted to share. Okay. You know, so now I'm trying to figure out, like, and I know this is like kind of like a drawn out thing. You're just basically here being my friend right now. We're having this conversation, and I'm getting like these ideas kind of like transpired the best I can through my mental thought to you. You know, like there's a lot of things I'm trying to work on here. If I was just walking through, so now we need to make a description. Video editing, video details, based on, so now this is another prompt. I'm going to go back into AI and try and get some more results. So based on the, and does it give me a description, 5,000 characters? Probably don't want that. I probably only need like 500 characters, maybe 1,000. Based on the information above, create, and based on the information, create a description of what this video entails. Alright, so that's going to give me an idea. I'm going to give it a role now again. I'm going to say that you are a social media manager. You are. And also, for everyone, here's a fun tip and trick. You use Control and the arrow key. So much nicer engagement with the computer. I cannot tell you how much Alt over. Oh shit. I guess. Oh shit. So I guess you don't want to click Alt over if you're trying to do that. I just erased my whole thing. That's the one thing I get kind of annoyed with. I don't like losing my prompt, and I have to restart here. Jesus. Alright. Well, yeah, but no offense, but yeah, it's slightly frustrating here. We develop. This is just part of the process. Sometimes life just gives you shit. You just deal with it. Develop a description of the context above. Or here, let's do it. So you are a social media manager with experience of 10 years. Let's just do 10 years instead of 30, because I think 30 years you start getting a little bit too complex. Let's see here. And sometimes, like, you know, experience does have an influence on how you perceive things and how you talk to other people, and maybe other people might not resonate with that. Hard to know. I guess more experience is better, right? Just describe a description of the content above with a character limit of 500 to 1,000. Let's see what it spits out. Here we go. Oh, I need to ask it to write in more, write the description, description with 500 words in 3 different tones, adding gravity and connecting with the gravity. See, I've done some research, and gravity and connecting with the audience, more, or how would I describe it? See, this is the hardest thing with AI, is just being able to actually get the right words. You know, it's so smart and you're so dumb, and you just like constantly have to deal with this. This is what we gotta teach. We gotta give people enough words where they're able to describe their thoughts, and engage with something that is a sentient being, or has nearly a sentient being, and the ability to use our creative thought with its like ultimate knowledge base, because this thing can basically tell you how to do anything, anytime, all the time. It's fantastic. It's like the best thing that's ever happened in humanity, and it's only getting better. We don't even have access to true AI, which is a real sentient being that actually thinks on its own and can do things. But you know, here we are just doing this thing, with each revision. Bop. Let's see. Alright, so I wish I could read it to me. So it gives me different tones, which is great. Informative tone. What else does it give me? Empathetic tone. And welcome inspirational tone. I'm going to go to the inspirational tone. I think that's what I would like to do. I'm going to maybe read it a little bit, to be honest, but I'm not really going to read that much. I'm going to skim. I'm a skimmer. I don't like reading a lot. I mean, and I mean, honestly, like the description's kind of like, mostly, you know, oh man, that's definitely not, I said 500 words, it gave me 2,000. What's up with that? I'm going to do the empathetic. I'm going to have it tone it down to 500 words. I don't know how. Oh, well, I think I just copied too much. Yeah, I did. No. 500 words. So I want to break this down to 500 characters. Rewrite the following with 500 characters. There we go. So that's beautiful. So I'll read this to you because it's not so bad. Explore the world of rideshare driving, a journey through the eyes of seasoned drivers with decades of experience. Well, that's not quite. That's a half a decade. We'll say half a decade experience. So I now copy this, read it over, because you can't just let the robots win. You got to revise your work. And I'm only using ChatGPT 3.5 because I don't really need too much more brain power than that. If I really want to get in depth with my thoughts, I'll use the new GPT. And I've been wanting to experiment with actually like making my own GPT too. And I've been trying to strategize, but you know, honestly, I need to pay the bills. So I can't be screwing around with people that aren't willing to fund me or pay me for my services, because ultimately, like, I'm gonna drown if I don't. And that's kind of like the issue with independent contracting work. You really don't know where your next paycheck is. I mean, it's not really that hard. I think that the weekdays are mostly for your passion, and the weekends are really for your hobbies and where you want to go in life. And then that will build dramatically. But here, I'll explain to you. This is what I got from ChatGPT for my description for my last video was daily vlog. It says here, explore the world of rideshare driving, a journey through the eyes of a seasoned driver of half a decade of experience. Discover the art of connecting with passengers, mastering strategies for maximizing earnings, embracing the freedom and flexibility of this profession. Safety is paramount. Capture through dash cams. Financial measures ensure sustainability. Whether you're driving, seeking inspiration, or a curious passenger, these stories offer a window into the heart of the rideshare world. I mean, if you really want, and the rideshare thing, not the best. Supplemental income strictly, not a good long-term goal. But with a half decade of experience, that's my only edit. It's kind of sad, but that's just what I'm going to do. I want to save this so it doesn't go away, because I hate when my shit gets erased, because it's the most annoying thing in the world. And I guess this video is surely not going to be for kids, because I'm not going to be cussing for them, but this is part of it, part of the experience. This is a lot of fun. I've had a great opportunity to be in a workspace and kind of develop myself here. I've never really got to slow down to that point where I can focus on my own aspirations and goals, because I'm always usually focusing on other people's goals. But I'm trying to get better. Let's see here. I'm going to get back to my channel, delete the extra, because I'm a noob at this. I don't know what the heck I'm doing 100%, but I always appreciate you following. Anyone that wants to join, free to join, subscribe, and do all that stuff, just because, it helps me out. How do I delete you? Delete. How do I delete it? I want to delete you. How do I delete?
Today, I ran into one of my old friends. Coincidentally,
holy moly.
Interesting to know that the world's so small.
It's like, I don't know. I should probably explore. I always like going into things prepared. I'm so super cautious. ChatGPT wants me to involve the customers, but in Oregon, there's Oregon law. You have to consider things. You don't want to get yourself in a legal situation because you just want to be a vlogger. You need to kind of do explore what's going on beforehand, so you know that you're not screwing yourself over in the long term. Let's see here. Can I delete you? How the heck do you delete this? Man, that is so frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. Man, I should be so simple, but it's not. I need to reprocess, and the other goal is, with these videos, and I know there's a lot of AI tools out there. I just need to compile my toolbox, and I'm going to try and use what I have here. I'm going to just get a portfolio going here. But I want shorts. I want to break my long videos. This is a long video. I'm going to just talking to myself. And I want to break it down into shorts. It might be cool. And as soon as I figure out that tool, I can share that with you and walk you through the process and just document it. Because, that's super important to do. Let's see, I want to delete. No more actions. Delete forever. Yep. I understand. Deleting cannot be undone. Delete forever. Alright, cool beans. I'm not a degenerate. I can figure it out. I just have to apply myself a little bit. It's kind of cool seeing these little differences. I got four things. It might be, it might be a lot about how you describe it. That might be how the algorithm picks you out and puts you out from others. I mean, obviously, I don't have quality content. I know it's about consistency in what you are trying to
just making sure this thing's actually deleting. You gotta be consistent. I'm gonna just be consistent. I'm gonna just put out these things. You know, I'm gonna, if I have time to sit here and talk and explore my thoughts, I'll walk you through my process to be able to get myself on my own feet. Yeah, currently, you know, like my situation, I need income. I need to make sure I can feed myself. I'm not going to starve outside because I just decided not to do anything. So, yeah, I'm going to see what I got going on here. Got a couple views, and they'll probably all be more than likely, and that's okay. It's kind of fun. I've never really done the whole vlogging thing. So, let's see here, thumbnail. I know thumbnails are super important in content, so I'm going to attempt to make a thumbnail now. And how do I go about this? I know I made it with my phone, and so there we go. Add to playlist, get a description, get my thing, a little bit more outreach. It won't really get, I don't know why I put quotations in the description, but we'll go with it. Alright, so that's nice. It's nice to be able to revise your work, because if I could not revise my work, I guarantee you no one would listen to me or do anything at all. Let's see. Yep. Set language, American Sign. Nope. We are in English. And also knowing your market. So, perfect. I think I got that good. You know, just going through all the sayings. You know, when you're first doing things, you just gotta explore, be creative, take your time, make sure everything's good. I need to develop a thumbnail. I'm trying to figure out what type of thumbnail I want. I'm going to do like a daily blog. I'm going to go to I'm going to go now here to Ideogram, which I like. It's a Google-based AI text-to-image generator. And let's see here. I've been having a conversation about my strategy. Help develop a prompt for text to image, for text to image. We are developing the let's see here. I'm trying to develop the thumbnail for the YouTube channel. With daily blogs, and not necessarily with no theme yet, because we haven't figured it out. I just talk. I just figure I'd just start somewhere, and then from there we can go to the next level in content creation, because there's a lot of tools out there, and I need a team to actually do it. Like, it's very humbling to know that you can't do everything. You can do a lot, and you can do a vast majority of the stuff, but you just can't do it all 100%. Like, you need other people doing different things. You need to delegate. Effective delegation is a primary to success. Like, you can't, it's almost nearly impossible to be successful if you can't delegate your tasks. That's just part of it. Okay, YouTube channel with the basic I'm gonna have to get back and brainstorm ideas to talk about too, because like right now this is mumble jumble. I'm not really having a focus. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of who I am as a person. If you want to watch and listen, you can join me and you can be my friend kind of in the virtual space, and we can kind of go through this together. It's a process. Everything's a process. So me describing or documenting the process, I'm not trying to make you bored, but yeah, it's just part of it. Thumbnail with an idea of explaining thoughts informative or controversial subjects. Let's see. I'm trying to. There we go. And I'm just going to take whatever GPT spit out. Not going to even read it. I'm going to spit it all over here to see what it does. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to Bard and go back. This is my ADD brain bouncing all over the place. Yeah, it just takes a little bit to create an image. So now, controversial or cozy. I say controversial with underlying controversial themes. You know, because not everyone's going to agree with me. I don't really care if everyone agrees with me. I honestly do not give a damn. It's just part of the experience of development. And we're constantly evolving our thoughts and processes. And that's just part of being human. And I feel like we're kind of underdeveloped like that. Like, we're not nearly as adaptive as we should be as being the most powerful country in the world, so to say. I think we're about to go down. But who knows? Maybe we're not. Really hard to say. But, like, with the current population mindsets, I'm just not impressed. Alright, content buffet or signature dish. What the heck do you mean by that? Content buffet or signature dish? That's an interesting perspective. I like that. That's way more creative than GPT. That's a lot more. Man, it still hasn't even done my thing yet. Oh, there we go. YouTube. You know what? I like that. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I made. See? So I got this, and sometimes it just gives you a bunch of nya 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 nya. I actually like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it. I'm going to remix it. I'm going to put high weight image on it. I'm going to change it to more of a poster, and I also want to save this image into my folder. JPEG, Mindspace, perfect. And we're going to do YouTube thumbnail. Thumbnail. It's so hard to be able to organize your data. That's like one of the hardest things to do. But if you can get good at it, man, you can do so much. Like, and it's not too hard to get, but here, we gotta remix, put the gravity up high, put a poster down, do the thing. Hopefully it comes up with something. Here I got Barack Obama smoking a damn cigarette with dope. I mean, that's exactly not what I thought. And so, yeah, then it just gives me a bunch of these other ideas. Similar theme. Keeps the YouTube intact, which is great. I'm going to regenerate. See, that one's kind of... I would kind of like that one just because it looks a little bit more thing. So I'm going to... Okay, so you can always go back to the parent. I'm going to remix. I'm going to make it add cinematic, and I'm going to make the weight average instead of more than average. So we'll see if it changes the structure, because AI has an issue with fingers, it has an issue with it has a couple of little issues. Ooh, this one's actually really good. I like this. This is a good creative thought because it kind of just encompasses .2, and it kind of encompasses my page a little bit better, because if you don't notice my page, I did all that with AI development. I did that with DALL-E 2, and I used Ideogram a little bit, and I really do enjoy like making text to image. Now the copyright thing, I don't know at what point I'm going to get in trouble for, you know, for like trying to take what artificial intelligence is generating for me and what I'm able to sell, because I didn't create this stuff. I just worked with it and got results, and I'm really hoping I'm not going to get screwed over in the long term. But yeah, what was my last image like? Yeah, I keep track of this stuff. It's so much easier when you pin your folders when you need to. It's so nice. Let's see here. I mean, I like the light bulb. I'm gonna save this one. Save image as YouTube. So then, basically, I can just keep running this through here and I'm going to just make a few. And the reason I'm doing it is because the more you regenerate, the more odds that you're going to have results that are varied. And that's kind of like the celebration. The Renaissance right now is having all these different creative ways to express yourself and making it just slightly different, but kind of have it the same. And it keeps a nice dynamic in it. Like, I'm looking at contrast tone. This one's cool. I'm going to save this one and then continue down the rabbit hole. So yeah, remix. We're just going to keep doing this. And I might do this for, like, you know, whenever I get bored, I'll probably do this for 10 minutes and eventually I'll call it good, if it ever slows down or what it does. You know, and they're actually coming up with some pretty cool stuff. You have to watch when you're looking at things with AI generation. You gotta always watch the characters because it likes to screw that stuff up at times. So I go by character, make sure it looks good, and if it is correct, then just, you know, try and make sure that it stays consistent, because you don't want to look like dumb. You don't want to be like obviously AI. Like, the cool thing about AI is that you can hide it. You know, the fact that you can, like, pretty much get away with them thinking it was you, when yes, it was me, but I was also the operator I was like the guy behind the machine, pulling the strings to get to do the thing I want. But that doesn't mean I'm the guy doing it all. I just know exactly what I'm doing. So after I get done with this, I'll upload. Maybe I can upload this to my video. Maybe that'll help you guys, like, kind of see what I'm doing here with engagement, and so you guys can kind of have an idea of what I'm actually doing here. You'll be able to see thumbnail. My schematic is I'll have these photos. I'll pull them up. And I don't know if I can in YouTube. Maybe I can submit it to a Google Doc and then give you a link down below, just in case you were interested in the process. And I'll also give you the link to Ideogram and these other AI tools I use. And most people should know what ChatGPT is, but, you know, if you don't, no worries. Yeah, I'm going to build it up to, we'll just build up to 10. And we'll do it cool. And if you guys want to tell me which one is your favorite, that'd be cool. Because I always enjoy, like, getting some stuff. It's pretty interesting. Some of it has shadows, some of it doesn't. Different themes in here. It's really interesting to see what it keeps doing, because when you keep reprocessing, you're kind of kneading the dough. You're kind of making it a little bit more flaky of dust, but you don't want to overwork it too. But I'm getting some pretty nice results. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with most of them. Like, this one, I'm having a hard time deciding which one I want because they're all pretty cool. But I'm going to just do this one and just keep kneading my dough. Yep. And remix this. Yeah. It's really important to decide what you want to when you're deciding on this. And my next project, the reason this video is exceptionally long is because, oh, that's interesting. It just completely changed its thing. It says Norta. That's interesting. And then Vortine instead of YouTube, which is interesting. I don't understand that. I don't know how it came up with that, but, you know, hey, that's okay too. And I kind of like this one because it kind of shows people. But like I said, if you overwork the dough, it might be bad. So it's always good. You always should try your very best to at least do it a couple times, because that's the beauty of it. You sit there, you let it be stagnant. You know, you won't really get the results you're looking for. I got 2 more, and then we're going to go back to Bard, and we're going to try and develop this, get those questions in, and start working from that. And I'm actually now, because I only have one viable one now, like, because it's stemmed. I've kneaded the dough to the point where it's starting to give me some weird. Oh, what the heck? It just closed me out. It just closed me out on my damn thing. I lost my data. Where I was at. Well, let's see if I can recover this. Restore. Thank you. I love the restore button. That's so beautiful. My word, I thought I was screwed. What the heck? New window. I need to get into my other one, which was my ChatGPT. I have 2 accounts. I was actively working with a company to try and get... Yes, I want to restore that one too. Thank goodness. Awesome. Alright, saved by the bell. Thank you, technology, for knowing how to save stuff. But here, I'll show you. Okay, so, you see this? Oh, shoot. Oh, there you go. See how it's getting weird? Yorping. YouTube. That one's good. Yamikiaba. Upside down R. And like double worded M. Very creative M. I like it, but not really good for what I'm trying to do. I'm going to keep saving these image. Let's see here. Where am I at? I'm at 8. We're going to go. This is going to be 9. Save. And remix again. And we're going to... I'm going to make the last one fashion. I'm going to throw out poster and fashion. See if I can get some a little different results. You can always play around with it as it goes. I like to re-knead the bread, but yep, no, we screwed up. That's not what I wanted to do. It has definitely, it double does characters, and so that one won't work. We'll have to go back to the parent. Parent, click on parent, and we're going to remix and cinematic poster. See all. Let's see. Vibrant. We're just going to put in vibrant. See if it adds something. It adds a dynamic to it. Yeah, I'm excited to do the shorts thing. I'm excited to see what it does. Okay, so I think I'm at the end here because if I'm not lucky, if I keep going down this thing, it's getting kind of far away from what the original was, and I'll definitely show you examples, but I'll show you here. So you see UYOB or UTeen or this. We're getting too far from what we were trying to get, so we're just going to call it quits with this, and we're going to go back and oh shoot, don't you dare, oh don't you dare, oh it destroyed me. It took that whole prompt I was working on, just like I said. It just destroyed me. Man, that's so frustrating. I love that because it gives me different drafts instantly, too. Bard, like, that's super convenient. And I can listen to it. Here.
1. What's your why? Is this all about showcasing your technical skills, sharing your creative vision, or building a community around videography? Knowing your driving force will shape your voice and target audience. 2. Who are you preaching to? Are you aiming
Those
for
are
seasoned
deep
pros,
questions.
enthusiastic amateurs, or complete newbies? Identifying your ideal viewer helps tailor the content and ensure it resonates. 3. Controversial or cozy? Do you want to stir the pot with bold opinions and hot takes, or build a welcoming space?
My word, I'm so disappointed that it just destroyed me.
Choose the tone that aligns with
I really do
your
not want to redo this prompt.
4.
That's so
Content
annoying.
buffet or signature dish?
Okay.
Will you offer a
Well,
diverse
anyways.
menu of video tips and tricks, or focus on a specific niche?
We're going to pause that. I mean, I enjoy it, reading it to me. If I wasn't doing the video, I'd be doing listening to it while I'm doing another thing, just so I can have a better in-depth understanding, because I'm more of a audible person. So if I hear something, I hear more than if I read things. And so yeah, I'm just trying to dial in my original YouTube. And I'm framing it more for short films, which is kind of what the idea is. I'm trying to get from this
Just today, I ran into
to another.
one of my old girlfriends from middle school.
I want to do shorts. Shorts are kind of right where the thing is, but you know, if I make a bunch of content, throw it out there, and segment it out with my script, I can make shorts from that. Which is kind of like why I'm doing this long video right here. So that's kind of my goal with this. I'm going to try and pick out 10 or maybe 5 shorts and then add it in my thing. I know I'm like kind of monotone, a little boring, but I try and keep my character a little bit interesting. You know, no one wants to have a boring person to listen to. But hopefully you have this longer version, the shorter version, and if I just create enough versions for you, and I just focus on the processing part, I feel like I might be able to make it work. Man, what the heck is going on? Status access violation. What do you mean by this? That's frustrating. Okay, so
I just wanted to share, you know, I've never known.
okay. Dun, dun. People on blogs just making sure all the criteria is right. Non-expert in any field. Okay, we're just going to go back to my channel here. What the heck? Reload. What the heck? Does it not want to do it? It says reset Chrome. Okay, so restart computer. Alright, well, screw it. I guess we're restarting the computer. My prompt's already destroyed, so I'm not going to worry about it. I really did want to continue this. I'll work with this. We use Bard for the cocktail. Let's get here. I like having multiple Google accounts for my different projects. I think that's really neat. I'm gonna have to do a restart. So annoying. Honestly, so frustrating. Oh, that's okay. I'll survive. It's not like I haven't had things blow up in my face before. You can tell by my face how it is. I almost lost all my computer stuff by touching the screen. Yeah, and I don't even know how my battery is, if I can even continue. Let's see. I don't know. I'm sure that I have plenty. We'll just go and keep going. A little frustrated, a little knocked out. My wind's kind of like getting low, but it's okay. Yeah, super creative outlet. Updates underway. No wonder the computer was pissed off because it had updates. No wonder. No shit. Alright, let's go. Let's get back to it. Man, what the heck is all this? Why do I have shoes on here? Someone just put shoes on my desktop. I don't know if they're screwing with me or what. Oh, I bet you my other friend was probably using it. Yeah. AM. People making product designs. Those are kind of cool. Huh, interesting. I wonder who's been doing that. You got some weird, like, it's weird. I don't know how that happened, but it makes sense. Someone's using my computer. I do have to go. I have a phone call. I'll be back.